Okay, I'm gonna show you some hem stitching. This is at the end of a project. Usually I think people show at the beginning. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna make sure you have at least 3 full widths of the thing you're going to be hem stitching. I'm gonna leave 3.5. Just to rather have more than not enough. I'm gonna cut that. And I have a really big blunt nosed needle. And I happen to want chunky fringe on this, so I'm going to use 5 threads, which is quite a bit actually. It's about, that's on this particular warp, that's 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go around, and then I'm going to come back under, and I'm going to go down 3 picks. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to do the next 5. Go under and down, come up 3 picks down. Again, I'm going to go under 5 and then down 3. And this is just going to lock that end in. It's going to be nice and tight. It only takes a few minutes. And I want these to be nice and snug, really tight. That's all there is to it. It's a very simple process. I'm right-handed. I always start from the right. I can do it from the left side, but it's not nearly as comfortable. It feels backwards to me, so I make a habit of always starting on the right side. And I find that the more consistent you are with what you do, then the better you get at it and the faster it is. So always do it the same way as much as possible, and you will be much faster and more consistent. The number of threads I go around will change based on how many threads I've got. You want to make sure that you end with an even number. So I like, because I'll twist them together, right? So what you don't want is to have one left over at the end, because if you do though, I mean, it certainly has happened, I would just split it in 2 and twist those 2 together. That's a bit of a cheat, a little bit of a hack, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens. You do your best, right? And if you've somehow miscalculated, then you fix it the best way you can. And then at the end here, I just go around and I just put it through this loop. Gives it a nice tight little end. And then I just run this back in here a little tiny bit. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna weave this in here a little tiny bit. And I'm going to run it down through here. And I made it nice and tight, so of course it's tough to get this needle in here. And I'm just gonna leave that as part of the fringe, and I'm going to twist it together so it'll just be part of the fringe.